What's up guys, in this video we're going to be taking a look at some of the coolest new everyday carry gear that I've recently acquired over the past few months. First up is the Knafs tool burrito. For those of you who don't know, Knafs is Ben Peterson's company. He makes obviously his own knives like the Banter and the Lander, and of course he makes a lot of knife maintenance and accessory tools. And the tool burrito was designed to be an organizer for knife maintenance items as well as be an all-in-one area for knife maintenance. As you can see, this space right here is a great spot to put your knife and the parts when you disassemble it, and of course you have organizing pockets and straps for knife maintenance tools. The tool burrito is made out of wax canvas and also has double stitch edges for added durability, and at all four corners of the tool burrito you do have magnets, which is nice to place small screws after you're disassembling a knife, and they also act as a securing mechanism when you fold up the tool burrito. I really think the all-in-one design really works. I like how you have a nice teardown mat that allows you to organize your parts with the magnets at the end. You can place your screws so they don't get lost. And then you have nice slots to organize your knife maintenance stuff like your bit drivers. I even got one of Knafs' angle finding rulers. I also have a work sharp field sharpener for low maintenance. I have some knife pivot lube. In this zipper pouch I have my Weehaw bit. This is definitely my main driver. Of course, it's a little too big to fit in any of these straps. I have other bits as well as a microfiber cloth, and then of course I have some Loctite in one of these smaller pockets. It's probably not the most exciting piece of gear since it's just for knife maintenance, but I definitely recommend it if you don't have an organizer for your knife maintenance gear, and it's nice and portable, it's quality, and it's a nice all-in-one solution for knife maintenance if you have the gear. He also sells it as a loaded burrito, which essentially allows you to buy the tool burrito with a bunch of tools included for a higher price. I personally bought the empty burrito and just threw in my knife maintenance tools that I already own. Here it is up against my cell phone. My cell phone's definitely on the bigger side, but as you can see, the tool burrito isn't too big. Of course, it's going to be a little fat as you add stuff in it, but it's definitely a solid size that you can easily throw inside of a backpack and carry around all of your knife maintenance gear. And next up is the Triple Aught Design Context Organizer. It's pretty self-explanatory. This is a pack that can store and organize a variety of your items, whether that be a personal dot kit, a tech bag, or even an EDC toolkit. I personally plan on using this pack as a car toolkit with a variety of items. I've still yet to narrow down what I want to carry in this. I'm really excited to see what this pack will eventually house and organize. This was actually sent to me by Triple Aught Design, so I'm really grateful for that. This is a very premium pack. It's actually made in the USA. It's made out of a VX3 ripstop shell. You got nylon webbing as well as nylon hardware as well as YKK zippers, so it's definitely a solidly built pack and is definitely a cut above the competition in terms of the quality. You do have an outer zipper pouch. This is nice for items that you more frequently use. Again, I haven't really put together what this exact kit will be, but I think that this outer pouch will be good to put first aid items. I just threw in my Coleman first aid kit in here to showcase it. Another nice thing about the outer zipper pouch is that it includes two loops that allow you to make a loop with the clips, and then it allows you to have it on a hanging display. The clips have a solid lockup and the loops stay in. Another cool feature about the outside of the bag is that you can expand the space on the inside by simply unzipping this outer zipper. Once you fully unzip the outer layer, as you can see, there is a nice mesh layer and allows you to expand the bag's inside and actually have it stand up on its own. And then moving on towards the inside of the pack, the main component of it, you get a variety of straps and pockets to organize your gear. I really just have random items in here to see what fits. I've yet to fully outfit this as an actual kit, but as of right now, on the back panel, you have various mesh pockets that can fit knives, multi-tools, shears, as well as some bigger items like a tourniquet. And then on the other side, you have a small layer of MOLLE webbing. On the front, you have the smaller webbing that you can put like flashlights, pens, as well as smaller knives. And then in the back, you have bigger webbing for the bigger items. magnets. And then on this side of the pouch, you also have another internal zipper pouch, which is nice for storing even more items. I just threw in a nice little Right in the Ray notebook. And next up is a tool from Craftsman. It's the telescoping retrieval magnet. It's a really cool and handy tool that's pretty inexpensive. Obviously, you have a magnet on this end. It looks kind of like a pen. You do have a pocket clip, but you can expand it. It is telescoping, which is really nice. It expands so you can have a nice far reach. And this was actually made for mechanics and the automotive industry. So if you're like working on your engine and you drop a tool or a part that's metal, you can use this magnet to retrieve it. I personally use it as just a handy tool. Like, I've yet to use it in a real dire situation, like let's say I lose my keys down a drain. But in addition to the automotive industry and losing things in sewage drains, this has been handy for at home. I was recently working on a project with my dad. We accidentally dropped a screw and it rolled underneath a cabinet, and I was able to expand this magnet and reach under the magnet to get a screw. Definitely a nice handy tool for a wide variety of things, and you never know when you'll need it, and it's definitely nice to have it on hand. I'm thinking of either throwing this in my car or in my EDC toolkit. And speaking of magnets, the next two knives in this video are going to be from Winterblade Co. For those of you who don't know, Winterblade Co. is probably one of the most innovative new knife brands on the market right now, and the main thing about most of their knives is the fact that they utilize magnets in their locks, and in this case, in the Mirage, it's actually a magnetic assist, which is really cool. I could easily spend another 10-20 minutes talking about these knives, but just to sum it up, they're really cool and innovative designs. The Factor right here utilizes a magnet on the inside that holds the blade closed, as well as this interesting switch with a magnet, and you can press on this G10 switch to make the blade fly open. And what appears to be a crossbar lock is actually a magnet bar, which keeps the blade locked and solid. Then, as I said, for the Mirage, this is probably one of the more low-key and kind of more boring designs from Winterblade Co. No offense, it just doesn't look as cool or interesting as the Factor. This definitely has the unique factor with the switch bar, but most of the cool factor of the Mirage comes on the inside. There's actually a magnetic assist. It's similar to a spring-assisted knife, but obviously instead of a spring, it utilizes a magnet. I'm just gonna pull on the bar and then it should open up easily like that. It's kind of like a switchblade. The laws are a bit gray, but per Winterblade, this is a 100% manually opening knife. But of course, you should check your local laws. And what's cool about the magnetic assist is that in contrast to a spring assist, it isn't too hard to close the blade. You can easily just flick it closed like that, similar to like a bar lock. Of course, just like the Factor, the bar is actually a magnet, which is a main part of the lock. The magnet assist of the Mirage is a very cool feature and is, in my opinion, a pretty big upgrade over the traditional spring assist. I feel like assisted knives are the least popular in terms of like the main categories of knives. Like obviously manuals and autos are a lot more popular than spring assists. Then you have fixed blades. I feel like spring assists are like at the bottom when it comes to knife opening styles. And of course the Factor, their first production knife. This is actually B2, so it's technically not the first, but it's just so cool. Like, how can you not like it? I think Winterblade Co. is doing a lot of cool things with their knives. I'm personally really excited for the Darkfire. Apparently it's coming out in 2025. That's the OTF that looks like the Darksaber from Star Wars. And they're also making a double action side opening automatic, which is also really cool. I've been having a lot of fun carrying both the Factor and the Mirage, and I'm really excited to see what Winterblade Co. has to offer in 2025. And next up is an EDC fixed blade. It's actually a custom knife from Leucadia Blade Co. Leucadia Blade Co. is actually a custom knife making brand that's local to me. They make a lot of kitchen knives as well as fishing knives, but the Aught EDC is their first ever EDC fixed blade. It's made with MagnaCut, and you have some really cool aqua carbon fiber. I feel like the grip is solid. You get some jimping on the back as well, and you have a very versatile blade shape. It's kind of like a modified Wharncliffe. Obviously the blade isn't completely flat, but I also wouldn't really call it a drop point either because of the point being a bit lower. But regardless of the blade shape, it's a very versatile blade shape. It's great for EDC. The grip is solid. You have a nice lanyard hole in the back. It's high quality. You got MagnaCut jack of all trades super steel. And of course, what makes this an EDC fixed blade is definitely the sheath. You get a Kydex sheath with a nice clip. This clip looks like it's mostly geared towards belt carry, but it actually fits well in the pocket. I simply just clip this to the side of my pocket, and then I'm able to carry the blade in a nice and convenient manner. And by carrying it like that and having the handle sticking out, it's considered open carry, so I'm allowed to do that in California per the knife laws. I carry this a lot when I go on hikes. It's a very simple and convenient carry. It's not too heavy, the sheath is extremely lightweight, and the blade surprisingly isn't too heavy either, and it's really cool to get a new EDC fixed blade that was locally made. And last but definitely not least is the Reate EXO-U. This is a utility blade gravity knife. This is based off of the original Reate EXO, which is a bigger version of this with a regular blade, and it's made out of titanium, but this is by far the most affordable version and a little bit more fun and fidgety. Instead of titanium, it's made out of solid aluminum, and of course, instead of a regular blade, you have a utility blade holder, which is nice and convenient, and it allows you to simply remove the blade, and then you could simply just use it as a fidget toy and even carry it through airport security. Of course, it depends on the TSA agent, but once you remove the blade, it's technically no longer a knife. And I mean, what can I say? It's definitely a fun and fidgety knife. It's a solid platform for a utility blade. You get a nice grip. You do have some nice jimping down here and where your index finger, as well as jimping on where your thumb would rest. Get a reversible deep carry pocket clip, which is really nice. And then you have a magnetic switch lock. When you pull it here, you can open it and close or open the knife like that. And then when you switch it right here, the knife is locked shut. And it's just so fun and fidgety to play with. Gravity knives are definitely on the fun side of things, and I'm really happy with my pickup of this. I was really happy to get it for, I think, less than $80. The regular EXO is like over $200 since it's made of titanium and has a premium blade steel, but the EXO-U is definitely a nice entry-level option if you're looking to get a solid gravity knife. And those were all of the coolest new gear I've been using in the past few months. What do you guys think about the gear featured in this video? I'd definitely like to know down in the comments.